Clippers look out of sorts here in the first 5 minutes of the opening quarter. Hardaway drills a three, and it's 15-6 Mavericks, or 17-6. 11-point Dallas lead.
And look, this Dallas Mavericks team, we know that they can score in bunches. They have so many weapons. Tim Hardaway knocking down the easy three to get his game going. Those 5 assists, I think his career high prior to that was 4 in the regular season. That's when he starts vaulting other people around him on the offensive end.
Leonard did have a terrific year. Missed 20 games due to injury, but when he was on the floor, as reliable and as consistent on both ends of the floor as anybody in the NBA. Terrific distributor, as you talked about this year. He takes the shot here with 1 on the timer, and Kawhi Leonard with his first field goal.
And that shot was absolutely needed. Why was it needed? Because this Dallas Mavericks team, they beat the Clippers by 50 earlier in the year. So you don't want to give this Dallas Mavericks any type of confidence if you're the Clippers that this is going to be a quick and easy game or a blowout situation.
Well, they're going to call a foul here on Leonard. So do you buy in, Richards? I know a lot of people don't, to regular season matchups, or just because it was such a blowout win that it has some relevance to this series?
Well, it's just a matter of the size of the relevancy, right? Like, is it really relevant, or is there a little bit? When you go back and look at the numbers, you know, the Mavericks shot the ball well. The Clippers they just were out of sort, but the Clippers answered. They played again a couple months later, and the Clippers won. So, you know, you can see them already kind of reacting. I know there was a large period between both games, but you want to see how people answer, because that's what it is in the postseason. You have a bad loss, whatever, just move on. But there's something to learn in every situation.
Kleber gets both free throws. Mavericks are in the bonus for the rest of the first period. Here's Leonard driving the lane, goes to the left hand. Sweet move off the window. Back-to-back baskets for Kawhi Leonard. Dallas by 9 midway through the first quarter of game 1. Doncic fires cross court. 3 is good for Hardaway. Boy, what a year Hardaway has had off the bench, and he's got 2 threes already here.
Yeah, no, he's just special. He's got such a quick release, and look, he is an extremely confident individual, and that looks like it could be the second foul on Kleber. Just, you got to worry about that pull in, the roll. And just once, you know, he just can put that ball on a laser right to the shooters. Tim Hardaway Jr., Porzingis, it doesn't matter. Their hands are up and ready to go. And look at that, 200 made threes this year for Tim Hardaway Jr.
It was on Kleber. Whether starting or coming off the bench, it's been a brilliant season for Hardaway.
This is the game of basketball. Poetry in motion. It breaks hearts, bends minds, and drops jaws. And it keeps us wanting more long after the buzzer. That's devotion. That's bigger than basketball. That's game.
Kawhi Leonard has scored the last 6 points for the Clippers, but it's Dallas leading 22-12. 6 points for Doncic. Hardaway with 6, and now Kawhi Leonard defending Doncic. It was Pat Beverly early, but Beverly picked up 2 quick fouls. Now on the switch, it's Zubac with a shot clock at 7. Lucas spinning, fall away off 1 foot. Good for Doncic. He's got what a shot.
Yeah, just over a much bigger player. The extended arms, that is just a difficult shot there. And way to come back and answer if you're the Los Angeles Clippers. Take no time, push that ball right back at them, because you can't attack Dallas. And look at this against Zubac. Takes your time, little turnaround, one-legged fadeaway. Didn't even look like his legs were underneath.
On the 3. Leonard in the open floor, working against Hardaway. Leonard just too powerful, but missed badly. Got it back, though. Morris steps inside the arc of Paul George, rather, in and out. The tip by Zubac, who's been very active on the offensive glass, and a timeout by Dallas. Now it's the 3rd different Clipper to at least start a possession on him. On the switch, Leonard's got him. Open 3, Finney-Smith, good. The Mavericks with 4 3-pointers here in the first quarter.
Yeah,
NBA first round on ESPN, presented by Mountain Dew, continues from Staples Center. The LA Clippers, in search of their first championship in franchise history, opening the postseason against a familiar foe, the Dallas Mavericks. It was a great first round series in the bubble 9 months ago, won by the Clippers in 6 games despite a couple of 40-point games by Luka Doncic. So far here in game 1, Doncic and Porzingis have been dominant. Doncic with 8, Porzingis with 5. Dallas has led throughout this opening quarter. Dave Pasch, Richard Jefferson, George Sedano on site. So far leading the Clippers is Kawhi Leonard with 6 points. Paul George without a field goal does have 2 points. Pat Beverly, who started the game defending Doncic, picked up 2 quick fouls, so they've had to throw 3 or 4 different guys at Luka Doncic so far here in the opening quarter.
And one thing that I like early in this game is once once the Dallas Mavericks got up to that big lead, you saw Kawhi Leonard kind of up his intensity and score 8 straight for this Clippers. So it's good to see the stars already starting to react and just kind of reading their team in the moments in the game.
Here's Kawhi for 3, and it rattles down for Leonard. 9 points for Kawhi, and the Clippers within 5 at the 3-minute mark of the first.
See what I'm talking about, Dave? When stars can kind of feel games getting out of reach or in a tough spot, that's when they start upping their shot attempts. They start getting more aggressive.
Well, Leonard has been as good as anybody the last decade in the playoffs. He's won 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs in 2014 with the Spurs and 2 years ago with the Raptors. But Leonard and the Clippers bowed out to Denver as Doncic hits a runner. In the second round last year, the Clippers led 3-1, lost that series in 7, so a lot of pressure on the Clippers to bounce back here in the 2021 postseason. Reggie Jackson being defended by Jalen Brunson, who was hurt last year, didn't play in the bubble for the Mavericks. Leonard foul line J. 11 points for Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard is locked in. This man has just been focused from the start of this game, knocking down inside shots, being aggressive, getting offensive rebounds. And look at Luka. Put a little Luka magic early.
Just toying with the Clippers after he got that offensive rebound. So that's 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in the first quarter for Dallas. George working against Finney-Smith.
Yeah, he's got to be more aggressive.
Here's Ibaka, missed a good part of the season due to a back injury, but he played the last 2 games of the regular season. He has more playoff experience than anybody on this Clipper roster. That includes Kawhi Leonard. Here's Doncic to Kleber, and Kleber not close. Minute to go in the first quarter, 5-point Dallas lead. Jackson driving, tough shot. Jackson gets it to go off the window.
And look, the versatility and the depth of this Los Angeles Clipper team. Patrick Beverly gets 2 fouls, and you just bring him in with Reggie Jackson, who can score at ease when he gets going.
Clippers have scored in 10 of their last 11 possessions. Now on the switch, Ibaka's got Doncic. Luka blows by him. The recovery by Ibaka to get the block. Shot clock at 2. Brunson has to hoist it, gets it away. No good, but he's fouled. So bailed out by a foul.
But ultimately, when they get going and they get their offense going early, they feel a lot better as the game progresses. So you got to kind of slow down their offense and pick up your defense if you're the Clippers.
So they've won a lot of first quarters, but they haven't won a lot of game 1s. In fact, it's been 10 years. Well, first of all, it's been 10 years since they won a series. Back when they won the championship in 2011. It's also the last time they won a game 1, and it wasn't even in the finals. It was in the round prior to that. So you're talking about 6 straight game 1s they've lost.
There was nobody on this team 10 years ago. So we can't.
6 to shoot. Here's Brunson being defended by Leonard. Batum on the switch. Tough shot off the window. And it's tipped in, but they're going to wave it off.